Where is our boss? Come close. Well, good afternoon. The A3, together with the chairperson of the AU Observer Mission, would like to make the following statement jointly. The representatives of the three African members of the Security Council A3, along with the representative of the African Union, Ambassador Fatima, would like to relay the following message regarding the unfolding situation in Sudan. First and foremost, we'd like to align ourselves with the subsequent communiques and decisions made by the African Union institutions, including the Peace and Security Council, regarding the unfolding crisis in Sudan. As you already know, the AU-PSC held an emergency sessions today, 6th of May 2019, on the situation in the Republic of Sudan. The session concluded by adopting of a communique through which the AU-PSC decided notably to apply the Loma Declaration and suspend with an immediate effect the participation of the Republic of Sudan in all AU activities until the establishment of the Civilian Land Transitional Authority as the only way to allow the Sudan to exit from the current crisis. We strongly condemn and lament the tragic and unjustified loss of life and reminding the transitional authorities in Sudan of its obligation to protect civilians and respect their rights. We insist on the need for an investigation that will clarify the events that took place on the 3rd of June in Sudan, with a view of bringing those responsible for the killings of innocent Sudanese people to justice as requested by the Peace and Security Council of the African Union. We urge the Transitional Military Council to return to the internal dialogue with the aim of responding swiftly and effectively to the legitimate aspiration of the Sudanese people. We call on the Transitional Military Council to return to the framework established by the African Union and underline the primacy of African-led initiative in search for a lasting solution to the crisis in Sudan. In its communique adopted today, the AU-PSC called for the immediate resumption of negotiation without preconditions between all Sudanese stakeholders toward the establishment of civilian-led transitional authority. In this vein, the PSC decided to strengthen the AU facilitation team in Sudan and to liaise closely with the IGAD to enhance synergy and coherence in bringing together Sudanese stakeholders back to dialogue. In this regard, we'd like to underline the primacy of African-led initiatives in the search for a lasting solution to the crisis in Sudan and urge all partners to support the AU and IGAD efforts and refrain from any action that will undermine African-led initiatives. There should be no external interference by whosoever in the process of resolving the current crisis. The AU will continue to closely monitor the situation. Should the Transitional Military Council fail to hand over power to civilian-led transitional authority, the PSC will automatically impose punitive measures on individuals and entities obstructing the establishment of civilian-led transitional authority. And lastly, the A3 plans to following up with the leadership shown by the African Union with the Security Council on this critical matter. Thank you very much.
Are you asking the Transitional Military Council to investigate itself? Should there not be an internationally-led independent investigation into what happened?
The AU-PSC have requested that the transitional authority, as per the AU-PSC guideline, an IGAD concern, African concern, give the report on actually what has happened and take measures against those who are found responsible. Unless if Madam Fatima, you want to add something, or Ambassador.
No, it's okay. You want to add something?
I just say that the commission has been mandated.
Ambassador, are you saying basically that the Security Council should not take any action on Sudan while the AU is dealing with this crisis?
We are saying that as the A3 and the Observer Mission will be interacting with our colleagues in the Security Council, but we wanted to make sure that we don't delay pronouncement by the A3. Of course, there will be ongoing council discussions around the pen holder, around those who are dealing with the situation. But as an A3, we wanted to make sure that we amplify the voice of the AU PSC on this matter, and however, continue consulting the colleagues in the Security Council.
So do you think the Security Council should meet on Sudan?
Well, we'll hear what the pen holder and other concerned members are saying.
What's the A3 think, Ambassador? I mean, what do you see the role of the council being moving forward?
Well, through this statement, the A3 have shown that action is needed and have pronounced. You recall that on Tuesday, the council could not pronounce. And the AU-PSC met today and pronounced. And therefore, the AU said to the council, we have pronounced, we have led the way. Can the council do something about it? So we'll see what the council says.
You'd like the council to basically come out and support, at least say that?
Well, the African Union and these three and the Portugal have shown the way. I hope the council is taking a firm note on what we have said and what we are saying. Not yesterday, today. And I'm sure they will reflect deeply on their positions and perhaps help to move forward.
So just to clarify, you do say in the statement no external interference by whomsoever in the process of resolving that crisis. But you're saying you want the Security Council to back you? But
Well,
it's be a little contradictory.
Well,
Just to clarify.
Security Council is not external. It's part of maintaining of peace and security. It's our responsibility to look into the crisis and look into how do we make sure that we can do so. Recalling that the Secretary General has a special envoy in the Sudan who is trying to work with the AU to facilitate the situation. And also you know that the Sudan situation has relevance to the neighboring other situations like Central African Republic, like Libya, like Somalia, like South Sudan. So it is a relevance that as a council we look into these developments together and make sure that there are no unintended consequences of inacting. Also recall that the council is looking into the handing over oversights in Darfur as we downsize the operations there. So what is happening in Khartoum is something of concern to us, and we hope that the council may want to reflect with a view to make sure that the parties go to negotiation, resolve the issue inclusively and peacefully so that we move forward on the situation. But I hope my colleagues, if they want to add, they can add.
No, it's okay. I think it's
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And thanks for your patience.